Pastor Tony Bianchi, pastor of Bethel Mennonite Community Church, with our opening prayer.
Let us pray. Eternal Father, Thee who in eternity past created the heavens, the earth, and all that is in it, we thank you tonight for the multi-ethnic advisory task force working from the 7th District Congressional Office and our distinguished congressman and all the leadership that have made this possible for this event tonight. We also want to thank you for those collaborative partners who are sponsoring this event, who provide space and leadership for the youth of this city of Chicago and the surrounding suburbs to have this space in order to be educated and also to help them cultivate those skills needed for their future, but also to stem the trend of violence in our city. We ask you tonight for your blessings to preside and your presence over this event. Grant that as we celebrate and recognize those who have achieved and accomplished, your name alone shall be glorified, and that the energy from heaven will infuse into each and every one to continue doing better and to leave this world a better place than we have found it. In the matchless name of the risen Savior, the Christ of Nazareth, we pray, and we all say amen.
Amen. And now we go around the world in 35 minutes celebrating with the Russian folk dance ensemble Lubava. Let's celebrate the Russian dance folk ensemble Lubava. And now we welcome to the stage the Syria Dance Company. Thank you, Syria Dance Company. Let's put our hands together as we welcome now the Bosnian Dance Company.
Bye.
was tremendous. Every nationality, every ethnicity adding its value. Please welcome at this time the Indonesian dance troupe. We're grateful for the Indonesian dance troupe giving us a tremendous presentation. Let's at this time welcome the Polish Dance Ensemble. Tremendous presentation by the Polish Dance Ensemble. And now welcome back to the stage, the Surya Dance Company. Let's give Chosen a great big hand, and one more big hand for all of our dance troops. Chand Nasim, the women's chair, Mr. Kishore Mehta, the multi-ethnic advisory task force chair, Dr. Zenobia Soul, the gala czar, and also Dr. Vijay Papakar, the multi-ethnic advisory task force founder. Come on, give them a great big round of applause. And at this time, please also welcome our awards jury, Brother Clarence Beals, escorting the Honorable Congressman Danny K. Davis. Let's give him a big round of applause as he comes.
Good evening, everybody, to the Global Community Oscars, the 8th Annual Congressional Awards Gala of our living legend, the Honorable Congressman Danny K. Davis. I hope you enjoy the non-stop international multi-ethnic performances which we hosted tonight. At this point, we are ready for the awards ceremony, and I would like to call upon and introduce our Masters of Ceremony. Ashley Singh is currently a senior at West Valley High School. Ashley is one of the top 14 finalists on G. Saragama Little Charts and top 8 on Saragama G. Bangla. In addition to being a TEDx speaker and a guest speaker on PBS TV, she owns her own not-profit organization called AMF Chicago, which spreads music education. Please welcome Ashley Singh. The MC for the segment 2 is Shriha Singh, a graduate of the University of Michigan, who currently works for a real estate investment firm and attends the University of Chicago for her MBA. She enjoys volunteering on different social issues such as education and immigration. Welcome, Shriya Singh. And now we have Jonathan Banks, a motivational speaker, author, educator, and an international educational consultant who has written a book on how to get straight A's in college. Please welcome Jonathan Banks. Ladies and gentlemen, let the show begin.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Global Community Oscars and 8th Annual Congressional Awards Ceremony. I'm so excited to announce the first presenter this evening. His name is Calvin Deshaun Thomas, and he is a grade 7 student of Black Hawk School in Bensonville. Along with being a bright academic student who excels in basketball, he is an active member in the community. Please welcome Calvin Deshaun Thomas.
Thank you, Ashley. I am honored to introduce the Student of the Year for Academic Excellence, Alan Young, a junior at Butler College Prep Chicago, a straight A honor roll student who against all odds excelled academically. Alan is a leader in his own right to take pride in being a peer role model for the inner city of Chicago students and an active student member of the Bethel Mennonite Community Church of Chicago. Please welcome Alan Young.
Secondly, I would like to give thanks to my mother, Tiana Shavors, wherever she is. And secondly, to Dr. Sal and Mr. Danny K. Davis for making this possible. Thank you.
Next up, we have 14-year-old Yash, who is a freshman at York High School. Along with being in cross country, he's an active member and volunteer in his community. Please bring it up, or please clap for Yash Singh.
Hello all, I am very excited to present the Student of the Year Sports Award to Ani Singh. Ani is a 7th grade student of JFK Junior High School in Naperville. Ani has been playing my favorite sport, basketball, since he was 6 years old. He also has the distinction of playing in the Chicago Lockdown team. This special youth basketball program serves players from kindergarten all the way up to high school. Ani is also the first Indian American selected for the JFK Junior High School 7th grade basketball team. Ani, here's an inspiring quote from Jesse Owens, the Olympic gold medalist. "We all have dreams, but in order to make these dreams come into reality, it takes an awful lot of determination, dedication, self-discipline, and effort." So again, congratulations, Ani. Keep dribbling and keep hitting those 3-pointers. And again, aim high to achieve your goals.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank, first of all, I would like to thank my parents for making this possible to be up here this evening. And second of all, I would like to thank Danny K. Davis to making this possible for me to gain this award.
Was actually Nipin Reddy, who is a sophomore at Hinsdale Central. But next up, I'll be introducing 14-year-old Danielle Hassan, who is a freshman from Hinsdale Central. He's on the wrestling team, which is a change from our basketball champs. He's a straight A student and an honor roll student who excels in Spanish and linguistics. Give it up for Danielle Hassan.
Thank you, Ashley. Ali M. Khan, 9th grader of Mather High School, Chicago, earned Hafiz of Quran on August 4, 2018. Indeed, Ali Khan is the Spiritual Student of the Year for the achievement of memorizing the Holy Quran, which includes 30 chapters, 6,666 verses, and over 600 pages in Arabic. Wow, man, that's awesome. Ali M. Khan has won many awards for his art and Quran competition. He also received an award from the White House in an art competition in 2014. Ali also volunteers for 50th Ward Aldermen in the city of Chicago and at Islamic Center of Chicago Sunday School. Ali, that's impressive. Presenting Ali M. Khan.
Assalamu alaikum, good evening. Thank you, Congressman, for allowing me to receive this award. I'd also like to thank my parents for helping me to achieve this award. and I would like to thank God to help me with this goal. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have yet another Hinsdale Central student. I mean, Hinsdale is one of the best schools in Illinois, so there's no wonder. Let's give it a round of applause for Hinsdale Central. Next up, we have 16-year-old Amir Jawad, who is another high achiever. He's popularly known as the Prince of Oakbrook. He interned with both Congress Raja Krishnamurthy and Peter Roskam's office this summer. Let's give it up for Amir Jawad.
Thank you. I believe in Fred DeVito's quote that if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. This best describes our next awardee, Nadia Kareem, a junior at Hinsdale Central, the Student of the Year for volunteerism. Nadia is passionate about increasing industry in local spaces and dedicating charitable efforts to those who need it the most. I want to leave the youth with Audrey Hepburn's well-renowned saying, as you grow older, you will discover that you have two hands, one for helping yourself and one for helping others. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you, Student of the Year for volunteerism, Nadia Kareem.
Well, first off, I'd just like to extend my appreciation to my family, the multi-ethnic Worth task team, and of course the respected Congressman Danny King Davis. Thank you guys so much for this incredible opportunity. May God bless us all.
Good evening, everybody. Our next awardee, a very well-deserved awardee. I would like to introduce the Attorney of the Year, Mr. Vishal Chabria.
a lawyer is someone who gets to help people every day, and I'm honored to be able to help dozens of folks from our various offices every day. Really, it's the folks who help me every day become a better attorney that allows me to do what I do. So I want to thank my wife, my staff in 3 different countries, and my clients who teach me how to be a better lawyer. Thank you. It's a true, sincere honor to be with Congressman Davis.
Without further ado, please give it up for the Businessman of the Year, Sharia Parek.
Good evening. First and foremost, I would like to thank the Almighty. There's so much to say tonight, but I'll start with this. It's been a long journey coming here. But after tonight, I realized the journey had just begun. So, as the CEO of Pied Piper Group, I make a promise to the Chicago community to create more jobs in the coming years and help empower Chicago community by educating and providing support by hosting free seminars for real estate, mortgage, and or insurance. I'm going to conclude with thanking Danny K. Davis for making tonight happen and looking forward to working together many years to come. Thank you.
Ministers and bishops, we have with us the very Father Bogdan. He is the Dean of the Ukrainian Orthodox Church of Chicago and is an active member of the Multi-Ethnic Advisory Task Force of Congressman Davis. Please give it up for Father Bogdan.
Humanitarian of the Year, Thomas D'Angelo, CEO, Cotton Marketing Group. Tom D'Angelo has designed and created technology to help humanity for the last 20 years, taking ideas, concepts, and bringing them to reality drives Thomas' work. His ability to visualize and create innovative solutions has allowed him to help those that need, and the most over the last decade. Tom has been working on his humanitarian legacy, which consists of mostly two passions: helping victims of abuse all over the world and helping communities in need. Through his Cotton Group, that means no one teach one, has been working and changed one person at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Humanitarian of the Year, Thomas D'Angelo.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, first and foremost, I would like to thank the God Almighty. And next, I would like to thank the Honorable Danny Davis and Dr. Sowell and the committee of the award committee to allow me to serve the communities. So I look forward to serve many more years. So, thank you.
Who is a publisher and editor of the North Lawndale Community News and is one of the best news reporters with the Global Eye in the West Side. He's a Journalist of the Year in 2017 and is an active part of the West Side community revitalization efforts. Please welcome Sir Isaac Lewis.
Hello everyone. It is a journalist's job to be a witness to history. We're not there to worry about ourselves. We are here to try and get as near as we can in an imperfect world to the truth and get the truth out. That's a quote from Robert Fisk. Natalia Degenhardt is a Russian-American independent writer who focuses on cultural and spiritual special events in Chicagoland. Her articles appear in the Daily Herald, Chicago Tribune, and other international publications. Natalia, from one journalist to another, I want to reiterate Fox TV's Shepard Smith's remarks. I am a journalist. I run to the fire. That's what we do. Join me in welcoming the Journalist of the Year 2018, Natalia Degenhardt.
Dear friends, my name is Natalia Degenhardt, and I'm an independent journalist from Naperville, Illinois. I write because I know that my articles make a difference in people's lives. In my writings, I try to highlight the achievements of Russian-speaking people in the Chicago area and in the world. I also highlight collaboration of Russians and Americans. Your Honor, thank you very much for this, the Journalist of the Year award. I really appreciate that you recognized my work and my effort. This is one of the most memorable days in my life, and I will cherish this award forever. Today, I realized one thing. It's not important where we came from and what our origin is. What is important is how we live our lives and what we do to make this world a better place. I will keep writing as long as I can, and I will always put all my heart into my writings. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Our next presenter is the daughter of one of India's famous yesteryear heroines, Raja Suluchana, who graced silver screen in Tamil, Telugu, Hindi, and Malayalam movies. Sri Guruswamy, a professional dancer now, who is an ardent mental health professional and a community activist. She's involved in almost every Indian American community organization in the Chicagoland area, and she's definitely one of a kind. This energetic leader gives all her spare time into the community, and she's a star in her own right. She's a service star who acts and thinks beyond boundaries. Please give it up for Sri Guruswamy.
Good evening. I'm honored to present the Mental Health Advocate Award of the Year to Mr. Thomas Lampkin, Executive Vice President of Jordan's Dream. 1 in 4 adults experience mental illness every year. 1 in 17 lives with a serious mental illness, according to the National Alliance of Mental Illness. Being a mental health professional myself, today the significance of mental health is paramount, while the funding for mental health across the nation is going through a challenging time. Mental health advocacy is the cornerstone of all human services. Congressman Danny Davis, the father of healthcare in the nation, is a strong proponent of mental health services, and we are honored that he has instituted this award for the first time, the Mental Health Advocate of the Year Award. This year, the recipient is a 52-year-old Thomas Lampkin, who was the executive with Xerox 10 years ago, who was moved by the need for mental health services in Chicago and joined Jordan's Dream to provide much-needed corporate leadership. Mr. Thomas is credited with the expansion of Jordan's Dream to 3 group homes and forging strong relationships with the Department of Corrections to provide stable and safe housing for the mentally ill, substance abuse clients, and ex-offenders. A devoted churchgoer and an active member of New Life Covenant Church Chicago, I would like to congratulate Mr. Thomas, and I welcome him to accept the award.
First of all, I'd like to give honor to God, who's truly at the head of my life. Everything that I do and the way I move is what steps He allows me to partake in. I want to thank Danny Davis and the committee for allowing me to stand here in appreciation, my deep appreciation for you all and acknowledging the work I do. I feel like I'm a fish out of water because the thing I do every day, I do that from the bottom of my heart. When I see a need, I address it and try to come with a solution to provide services and help for other individuals who need it. My gift that God has given me is the ability to turn water into wine. And I do that on a daily basis. I don't look for accolades. I don't look for people to pat me on my back. I look for the results of my clients and the individuals who are less fortunate to move forward in life and be successful in the things they do. So I want to thank the committee again for honoring me. It's a humbling experience, and I thank you guys.
Now we have a writer and R&B soul singer from the south side of Chicago who will be giving us a music tribute. Please give it up for Jay.
Good evening, everyone. As we know, this month is we take the time to acknowledge Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This song that I penned that I'm about to perform for you guys, I wrote this dedicated to all that has gone through cancer, survivors, and the ones that are no longer with us.
Słychać jak na kraju, mają cienie
Very excited to announce the next dance troupe that will be performing, the Thorana Dance Academy. Please come onto the stage. Academy. Next up, we have a fashion show by Roz Boutique. And I would like to invite the models up onto the stage. Thank you.
Bring that ass back like a boom, 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 boom.
all the distinguished guests to back up onto the stage. I'm very excited to introduce our next guest, the Honorable Congressman from the 8th District, Raja Krishnamurthy. He is our dedicated congressman who has made history during his first term in the U.S. Congress with his landmark initiatives on job training, workforce development, environmental issues, and healthcare. Please join me in welcoming Congressman Krishnamurthy.
Good evening, everybody. It's so nice to come someplace where they pronounce your name properly. It's a true story. When I first introduced myself, when I was campaigning for office, I said, "Hi, my name is Raja Krishnamurthy," and the person looked at me in Chicago and said, "Roger Christian Murphy. Very nice to meet you." I didn't know the Irish made it to India. My friend Chris would know about that. But so nice to be with all of you tonight. I would like to present the next award. I'd like to introduce a distinguished gentleman who I personally know of, Dr. Srinivas Reddy, the recipient of the Distinguished Leadership Award. He's a leader who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way for others. Dr. Reddy is the president of the Indian American Medical Association, and his leadership has propelled him far and wide. He's the president-elect of the American Association of Radiology, a national leadership position, of course. Dr. Reddy is a popular vascular and interventional radiologist with Northwestern Medicine, and he also has offices in Hinsdale. Dr. Reddy and his wife, Dr. Lalita Reddy, have shown the way with their generous charitable donations to various humanitarian causes. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce Dr. Srinivas Reddy, the awardee for the Distinguished Leadership Award. Please come up to the stage.
Thank you. Thank you, Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy, for your kind introduction. You know, it's an incredible honor to be here tonight with so many great people. It's my distinct, it's a very honor, and I'm very honored and humbled to receive this incredible award. It's a multi-ethnic advisory task force. They do these events every year from time to time, bringing all the people of ethnic people here onto one stage. And I thank Congressman Danny Davis for this incredible honor, and also all the members of ethnic membership task force. You know, my message to all of you here tonight, it's a great time to be alive, but there are many issues facing our nation. concerning violence, safety, security affecting human welfare, opioid crisis, and mental disease in schools affecting our youth. We must come together to overcome hatred, prejudice, and bring unity and peace. We all must work together to bring the change in regards to education, economic growth, access to quality health care and human welfare. I thank for this incredible honor to Congressman Danny Davis and my good friend Raja Krishnamurthy. Thank you.
Now my pleasure to present the founder of this Congressional Multi-Ethnic Advisory Task Force, Dr. V.J. Prabhakar, a public health professional who had the distinction of serving for 8 years on a Native American reservation in the state of Wisconsin as the health commissioner. His outstanding work earned him the country's highest public health award from President Clinton in 1992. Dr. V.J. Prabhakar.
Thank you, Shreya, for the kind introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to introduce one of the most outstanding women from my home state, Tamil Nadu, Dr. Soundarajan Kamalisai, President of the BJP State Party of Tamil Nadu, India, who flew in this morning all the way just to attend tonight's gala for Congressman Danny Davis. Dr. Kamalisai, please welcome her warmly. And she's flying out tomorrow. She is the only woman state president in the whole country for the Bharatiya Janata Party of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Dr. Kamalisai Soundarajan is a physician and also one of the leading stateswomen in India. She had recently launched the Nobel 2019 for Modi ji, and she started her career as the National Co-Medical Convener for the Bharatiya Janata Party, then served as the National General Secretary for the Bharatiya Janata Party before being elevated as the President of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Tamil Nadu of India. Dr. Soundarajan is a fierce orator, a great physician, a gynecologist, and above all, a very caring person. We thank you, ma'am, for coming and joining us tonight and for being with us. We will now request our Indian Lady Consul General in Chicago, Mrs. Neeta Basin, the dynamic, and the first Lady Consul General in Chicago, to please join us in stage, because this is a lady moment.
And of course, it's my great pleasure to present the International Rising Star of the Year Award to Dr. Tamisai Soundarajan in recognition of her grassroots level leadership, her steadfast commitment as a physician, and dedication to serve the people of India. In the immediate presence of U.S. Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy, the first Tamilan ever to be elected to the U.S. Congress on this day, October 28, 2018, Chicago, Illinois. Congressman Danny Davis, ranking member, U.S. House of Representatives, Subcommittee on Human Resources.
Namaskar, good evening. First of all, respected Congressman Danny K. Davis, Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy, it is a great honor to be here with you all. Mrs. Dr. Tamil Sai Soundarajan. It is again a great honor to welcome you here in Chicago, and congratulations on receiving this International Rising Star Award. As the only woman president of the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party, we are very proud of you. We are very proud of your community service as a physician, as a politician. You have been involved with community service for many, many decades, and I congratulate you. You are a role model for all women here. As you all know, the Foreign Minister, the External Affairs Minister of India, Srimati Sushma Swaraj, is a lady, and as a Lady Consul General, it is my very proud privilege to be here and serve the community. Ma'am, congratulations once again, and congratulations on your initiative of Nobel Prize for Honorable Prime Minister of India. We all look forward to joining this initiative. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Vanakkam. I'm very thankful to our Honorable Davies and our Dr. Vijay Prabhakar for an excellent introduction. And I am thankful to Sri Raja Krishnamurthy, proud of India and Tamilians, and very proud of Neetu and sisters and brothers. I have come from the land of Vivekananda to the land of Chicago, where Vivekananda landed 150 years back, and the land of Chicago which gave an opportunity to our Vivekananda to deliver the world famous address. So I am thankful to my country and to this country on behalf of Vivekananda. And apart from that, I am coming from the country which is headed by the powerful Prime Minister, People's Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, and I belong to the party and I am heading the state of Tamil Nadu, the party which is ruling India and under the powerful leadership of our Honorable Amit Shah ji. Here I am honored to be here and I am very happy to be here. Again, I want to conclude with the words of Vivekananda. To succeed in life, we need hard work and willpower to do that. And I will bring each and every drop of an ocean. That is the perseverance we should have. And I will crush the mountain. That's the willpower we should have. With all these, we can succeed. That's the words of Vivekananda. I want to enlighten his words, and with hard work, we can achieve such heights. Thank you so much. Again, I thank you all, the land of Chicago, and all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us from across the ocean. Our next presenter is Hiro Tevolde Gabriel, the charming president of Our Legacies Behind, an organization that is dedicated to helping the less privileged and providing immigration assistance to many. Ms. Gabriel is a role model for all of us. Please join me in welcoming Kiros Tevolde Gabriel.
Thank you for the introduction. Good evening. God gives us the ability to run when all our strength is gone. He even gives us the ability to soar against all the gusts of winds. The circumstances of life that seem to make it impossible to keep moving forward. Tonight, recipient of the Golden Eagle Award 2018 is a multifaceted personality, Jayanta Mukherjee, who hails from the state of India, West Bengali, who has produced great leaders like Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore, Mother Teresa, Amartya and Nefajo Subhash Bose, and also some of the world's greatest personalities associated with the film industry, Satyajit Ray, Kishore Kumar, and the like. No wonder our honoree tonight is not only a successful IT entrepreneur specializing in enterprise resource planning software, but also an accomplished actor and a film producer. Today, Janata Mukherjee has emerged as the Bengali American community leader who never fails to help the community in spite of numerous commitments. Janata, tonight, the Golden Eagle belongs to you. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Congressman Danny Davis, Raja Krishnamurthy ji. Thank you, Sohail ji. Thank you very much, everybody, Dr. and Kishore Mehta ji and Dr. Vijay Kumar ji. So, and thank you very much, everybody, for giving me the award. And also, you guys run a very nice organization, and our congressmen here, they really serve our community. And also, I want to thank my wife, my kids, and also all my friends who are here. And many thanks for all the people who are here. Thank you very much, everybody, for giving me this award. And I will continue to serve the community and give you guys support to be a successful congressman. Thank you.
I would like to next introduce Dr. Mazen Barakat, a publisher of the Hyatt magazine, which is the largest Middle Eastern monthly publication in the Midwest, and serves as the Vice President of the American Association of the Multi-Ethnic Advisory Task Force. Dr. Barakat.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to extend my greetings from Arab and Middle Eastern communities. Tonight is a shining example of Congressman Davis' ability to engage, embrace, and empower our ethnic minorities communities through the 7th District, Congressional District Multi-Ethnic Advisory Task Force. Our salute to you, sir. A good physician treats a disease. A good physician treats the patient who has the disease. Dr. Anuj Jain, a family physician who practices in Inglewood area and in inner city of Chicago. Dr. Jain is a good physician and also a great physician as well, but above all, he is a holistic physician who is dedicated to helping families and communities to stay healthy and disease-free by providing preventive, promotive, and curative health services. Let's applaud this young Dr. Anuj Jain for his commitment to the medical underserved.
like to thank you, everybody who has done a tremendous work to make this event possible tonight. And I appreciate Mr. Davies and the task force for hosting such a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Our next presenter is a female elected official who studied business law and accounting and is the Vice President of the Board of Commissioners at the Streamwood Park District. Raiz Yawar is a passionate leader and has been the President of St. George's for the past 15 years. Welcome, Raiz.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I'm Raiz Yawar. I'm the Vice President of the Board of Commissioners, and I would like to thank the committee for giving me the honor to be part of this Global Community Oscars 2018. One of a kind, Chicagoland's multi-ethnic festival. I'm proud to be part of such an enlightened conclave of achievers chosen by Congressman Davis and his dynamic multi-ethnic advisory task force. It's led by Dr. Vijay Prabhakar and Mr. Kishore Mehtaji, so give the entire team a round of applause for their hard work. I'm here to present the next award for the Entrepreneur of the Year. Metin Serbest truly reflects the entrepreneurial spirit of the millennium. A practicing attorney with law offices in Chicago and Miami, the founder and president of Empire Limousine since 2003, the Serbest Foundation since 2017, and he launched the Turquoise Restaurant, a multi-ethnic fusion cuisine in Chicago in January 2018. Metin, don't compare yourself with anyone in this world. If you do, you are insulting yourself. Quote, unquote, Bill Gates. Seeing your success in such varied fields, I'm reminded of Steve Jobs saying, half of what separates successful entrepreneurs from non-successful ones is pure perseverance. Congratulations, Metin Serbest. Please come up on the stage and may you have greater success in everything you do. Congratulations.
Well, when I first heard of the awards, my wife thought of the Oscars, and she's like, well, you have to pick up a speech, and she gave me the speech of, what do you call it, Matthew McConaughey and a couple other actors, without knowing that, actually being with a lot of other successful people in this room, they would be stealing most of the lines from me, so I had to come up with something else. Well, first of all, I thank you for your services for over 21 years in Congress, and I thank the community for putting such a great job together. We're, as they say, a nation of immigrants, multi-colors and religion. I, myself, as an immigrant, about 18 years ago, I sailed out for a better future, to the land of opportunities, to United States. Were they wrong? No, they were not. It is land of opportunities. It gives the opportunity to every man and woman, regardless of their color and religion, the opportunity to their best. And I have found my better future, and let's hope to provide the best and better future to our children. with a peaceful world. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Next up is Javira Ahmed, who is the secretary of the MEATF Task Force Youth Committee and is completing her pre-med at the University of Illinois. Javira is a committed volunteer with the Zakat Foundation and an eloquent orator. Please welcome Javira.
Thank you, Shreya. A foundation of every state is the education of its youth. This evening, we celebrate Ms. Vyoma Jha, a doctoral candidate at Stanford Law, as Youth of the Year 2018. Almost everything that is great has been done by the youth. Vyoma Jha has been a graduate fellow at Stanford Center of International Conflict and Negotiation and a Salzburg Cutler Law Fellow. Vyoma's area of work interests include climate change, law and policy, international trade, and investment law. Vyoma has worked with the International Institute for Sustainable Development in Geneva, Center of Policy Research, and also as a visiting professor of National Law University in New Delhi. A vibrant, issue-driven lawyer with a difference, lead the 2000 Youth of the Year, Vyoma Jha.
Thank you so much. I'd like to begin by thanking Congressman Davis as well as the members of the Multi-Ethnic Advisory Task Force for choosing me for this award. It's truly humbling to get it at this point of time, and especially in recognition of the areas of my work, because these are things which are under great attack right now, and probably that's going to increase in the next few years and months. So I really do feel that the key to a sustainable future is in the hands of the youth, really understanding these issues, learning what's to be done, and most importantly using their skills, their voice, and their vote to make a difference. So I hope in my own small way to sort of keep writing, teaching, and working on these issues. And last but not the least, thank you so much to my family and friends, both near and far, for always supporting my work and really being the biggest friend for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vyoma, for those lovely words. Next up, we have an international luminary in our company, all the way from Mumbai, India, Dr. S. Natarajan, a prominent ophthalmologist and retinal eye surgeon, President-elect of the Ophthalmic Society of India, and most notably the recipient of the Padma Shri Award in 2016 for his amazing surgical techniques. Please welcome Dr. Natarajan.
Good evening. A woman of excellence, a woman of substance, a woman of solutions, a woman of resolution, a woman of justice, a woman of expertise. Hello, my name is Rebecca Ratliff from Atlanta, Georgia, founder and president of the Capital City Mediations LLC, the Light of Life awardee of 2018. Rebecca, you are the light of life. Like Bishop Desmond Tutu said, hope is being able to see that there is light despite all of the darkness. You have brought light and life to many at the proverbial legal table using your unique strength and combination of insurance, mediation, and case evaluation skills. Ms. Ratliff has managed and held the authority to negotiate and resolve high-stakes settlement for multi-million-dollar claims. She is highly sought-after presenter, panelist, and lecturer in the insurance and legal industry and in the collegiate space. Rebecca's expertise for our defense and plaintiff clients is invaluable. Rebecca, you are a pace setter and a trailblazer. All women and men alike, youth and students are proud that you are the chosen one. Congratulations.
Good evening, Congressman Davis and the task force. Thank you so much for this award. Thank you for this honor. In the words of Maya Angelou, I would like to say we have much more in common than we do not. And this multi-ethnic task force proves that. Look at this beautiful room of people with all ethnicities. What a great occasion. I would just like to say thank you to God and also my family and friends who have joined with us here tonight for celebrating with me. Thank you very much for this honor. Thank you.
Chicago, are you having a good time? This is an awesome evening. Salutations to Congressman Davis and our very special invitee, Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy. Great leadership usually starts with a willing heart, a positive attitude, and a desire to make a difference. The living legend, Congressman Davis, has led by example. Congressman Raja followed Danny Davis' leadership, and now it's time for Sunil Shah. Sunil Shah possesses all the qualities of a leader: inspiration, integrity, clear goals, vision, support, communication, skills, and the focus of a team approach. Sunil has excelled as an NY Life representative and now is a successful business entrepreneur with community leadership and expertise. As a founding member of the Federation of Indian Association of Schaumburg, he is ready to enter the political race for mayor of village of Schaumburg. Friends, please welcome the dynamic Sunil Shah. Big round of applause for him, please.
Good evening. How are you all doing? All right. It's indeed a pleasure and privilege to be in front of all the esteemed guests present over here. I would like to thank Congressman Danny Davis for bestowing upon this honor by presentation of this beautiful award. I would like to thank Almighty, my parents in heavenly abode, my family, and all my friends. Big shout out to my wife Rita Shah for being the backbone of my family and a great supporter. And all those friends who have accompanied me today. Be recognized, guys, please stand up. All right, thank you all. And also, as mentioned, yes, I'm running for the mayor of Schaumburg, and I will take the opportunity of this platform of seeking very humbly support of all of you. Once again, thank you all very much.
Next up is a professional CPA and a real estate developer, also known as Daryl Mitchell. He's serving his second term on the Planning and Zoning Commission for the Village of Robbins. In his free time, he is a youth football coach and also a youth leader at the Robbins Church of Christ for the past 28 years. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Mitchell.
Thank you. Dr. Martin Luther King is once quoted as saying, "When you are right, you cannot be too rapid. And when you are wrong, you cannot be too conservative." Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to present to you the Community Activist of the Year, Ms. Marta Farian, who's an American attorney who currently serves as Vice President of the Ukrainian Congress Committee, the Illinois Division, an umbrella organization that represents the Ukrainian and American community of Illinois. Ms. Marta currently serves as the National Board of UCC, where she's the President of K-Mala Foundation at America, whose mission is to educate the Ukraine's new generation of leaders. Currently, Ms. Farian was elected to the board of Western NIS Enterprise Fund that aims to support the Ukrainian and Moldova at this critical economic and political period. Marta has also had the distinction of serving on the board of the Chicago Park Music Festival for over 15 years. Ms. Farian is currently a member of the Chicago Bar Association, the Ukrainian American Bar Association, the University Club, the Chicago Global Affairs President Circle, the Ukrainian National Women's League of America, and the Ukrainian Institute of Modern Art. Wow, that's an accomplishment, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to congratulate this year's Miss Community Activist of the Year, Ms. Marta Farian.
It is indeed an honor to be here in the companies of such extraordinary individuals. I think that all of us deserve an award. We are all activists. We are here because we are activists. I would like to thank the task force, and of course, I would especially like to thank the Honorable Congressman Danny Davis for the award and also for being a great friend of the Ukrainian community and for traveling to Ukraine to see what it's like, especially after the last situation, very difficult situation in the country, when the country was invaded and the people defended it. And Congressman Danny Davis was there to support democracy and freedom. If you'll give me just one more minute, we are all immigrants or children or grandchildren of immigrants, but we are Americans of other roots, and it's important for us to go and vote. So I want to make sure you all go and vote on November 6th to defend our rights and our dignity as citizens and to reject the hate that's being promoted lately. So if you'll forgive me, go and vote so that we can keep our rights. That's why we came to America, for freedom, for rule of law, and not for any dictatorship. Thank you so much for this honor.
Thank you so much. This is the last award in the second segment, so I'm very delighted to introduce Mrs. Santosh Kumar, the Executive
Executive Director of Metropolitan Asian Family Services, who has 10 centers serving the state of Illinois and employing over 5,000 people, and serving multi-ethnic citizens of this state for the last 26 years. Please welcome Mrs. Kumar.
Thank you very much. I have a great honor to present a person for the award for the organization. He is a wonderful person, very visionary, Dr. Halil, Mr. Halil from Turkish organization, and he is such a visionary to develop schools, buildings, healthcare in all over the world. Not only that, they are serving in the communities which is never forgotten by the mainstream and the government. And he is a visionary person who has making recently also in 40 countries, in Africa, USA, and Navajo reservations. They are working for the people, Amish people, who do not take the medical help. So this is a very wonderful person. Please put your hand together to award him. He has many, many accolades, many recognition for his efforts from his country, from USA, and from all over the world. Please bring him up to award him. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. First of all, I will thank the committee selecting our organization. I will accept this with honor. I will accept this in behalf of our board, our supporters, our volunteers around the world that making this world a better place. I will accept this in behalf of the millions of refugees that's expecting us bring services to them. I accept these in behalf of homeless of Chicago, thousands of them that in the street of Chicago. I accept these for the services that we deliver. It is not in Baghdad, it is not in anywhere else, but in Pittsburgh, yesterday, 11 innocent human beings lost. I ask you, please, for 30 seconds, let us think these innocent people who are victims of hate in our street. Hate that every single day propagated in press, in our TVs, and in our streets. Let us please remain silent only 30 seconds in behalf of our Jewish brothers and sisters. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you so much, Congressman. I will see you in the streets of Chicago.
Irfan Haq is an attorney by training and a healthcare entrepreneur who specializes in healthcare facility licensing. Irfan brings a unique blend of healthcare leadership in these challenging times. Please welcome Irfan Haq.
One child, one teacher, one book, one hope, pen can change the world. These are the words that courageous Malala used to say. We know. Meet India's first women parachute jumper, 5 times parachute jumping champion from Afra, India's city of Taj Mahal, to Chicago, has been a challenging journey for Hima Shastri, who provide relentless services to senior communities for the past several years. Hima provides voluntary services in several temples in Chicago with passion and devotion. Hima's mission to provide companionship to the senior community and enhance adult literacy. Please welcome Ms. Hima Shastri.
Honorable Congressman Danny K. Davis, respected Dr. Vijay Prabhakarji and Kishore Mehtaji, MEATF board members and friends. It's an honor and privilege who receive It's an honor and privilege who received this prestigious award from Honorable Danny Davis and behalf of MEATF. Thank you so much. This will encourage me to do more community social services. Also, thank you from the bottom of my heart to Honorable C.G. Nita Bhusanji and Raja Krishnamurti ji being here. I would also like to thank Community Representative Babu Verma for nominating me as one of the recipients. And lastly, I would not have done this without my family help, my dear husband, my dear daughter Mika Shastri, and my dear grandson Darshan. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you very much again, David Dennis. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mrs. Hima Shastri. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Consul Generals of 7 different countries present here tonight. And at this time, we request the Congressman to present the METF Colors 2018 to each one of them. Engage, embrace, and empower. We request Mr. Wang Yung, Consul of China at Chicago, to please come up. Mr. Umar Khan, Consul General of Turkey. Mr. Nadira Ito, Consul General of Japan at Chicago. Mrs. Nita Bhushan, Consul General of India at Chicago. Mr. Fajar Yusuf, Consul General of Indonesia at Chicago, and Gina A. Jamurian, Consul General of Philippines. Please give them a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, Japan, India, Indonesia, and Philippines, and Ukraine for joining us tonight. Please give them a big round of applause. We also have some international delegates who have joined us tonight. Mr. Muthu Kumaran, who is the National Overseas Convener for the Tamil community from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Could you please come? Mr. Captain Arun Chakrabarti, Kargil War Hero, please come up. And Dr. S. Natarajan, the eye surgeon from Bombay. Please. And over to you, Jonathan. I know dinner is getting ready and we have the last segment of the awards. Thank you so much.
Excellent. We are in the home stretch, and at this time we're asking for the president of the Majestic Florists, Mr. Clarence Glover, if he would join us. Mr. Glover is an amazing artist on the south side of Chicago, serving 27 institutions, as well as serving City Hall, county office, and is the name to call for a florist. Let's receive him. He's a trustee of McKinsey Mission Chicago and the Chatham Business Association, Mr. Clarence Glover.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to introduce the Style Icon of the Year, Ms. Gonzalez Khan, CEO of Raz Boutique. You just witnessed the difference between style and fashion. That is the quality which is the trademark of Gonzalez Khan. Ralph Lauren said, "I don't design clothes, I design dreams." Gonzalez, your creation at Raz Boutique on Devon Avenue is the talk of the town. Let me leave two thoughts from Chanel with you as you are crowned the Style Icon of the Year 2018. You live well, keep your heel, head, and standard high. Remember always, the most courageous act is to think for yourself aloud. Ms. Gonzalez Khan, Icon, Stylist Icon of the Year.
Thank you, everyone. I'd like to give this award to Arjun and Anna. Thank you.
Exciting, and sticking with our style theme, let's jump over to someone that has been compared to the Picasso of the London Times. Padma Shri, Dr. S.V. Rama Rao, his paintings adorn all the metropolitan art museums in major cities of America. Please welcome Padma Shri.
Educator of the Year, Dr. Wasulullah Khan, Chancellor, East West University. Friends, I salute our Congressman Danny Davis for hosting this global community of cause. Intelligence and character is the goal of education. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit are sweet. Those are the words of Aristotle. Dr. Wasulullah Khan, a Pakistani American who in 1978 founded a multicultural institution of higher learning in Chicago, East West University. For many years, it has been listed in America's Best College Guide of the Weekly US News and World Report. Today, the university has grown with about 1,200 students and with an $18 million in budget. For Dr. Khan, education is not simply about teaching facts, it must teach life. So right, so well, Dr. Wasil Khan, Educator of the Year.
Good evening. As Mr. Raja Krishnamurti has said, there is a problem of pronouncing my name, but that's all right. Khan is Khan actually. I have promised our dear congressman that I should take him to Pakistan. We will go to London, and the mayor is Sadiq Khan. And in Pakistan, we will be welcomed. You will be welcomed, sir, by the new Prime Minister Imran Khan. I must admit that any society which focuses only on private profit and monetary awards and ignores the social, cultural, educational and moral advancement of the people is bound to have tragedies like happened in Pittsburgh yesterday, unfortunately. Congressman Danny Davis, PhD, is not a billionaire, but he holds the beacon of that cultural, educational, moral advancement of the citizens of Chicago and Chicagoland area who he represents. We are so proud of him. East Coast University began its 40 years ago as an inspiration of Danny Davis. He is the most pronounced and most dignified trustee of the university. In 36 years, we have graduated thousands of graduates in the 36th commencement ceremony. I humbly accept this award on behalf of the Vice Chair of our Board of Trustees, Mr. Kevin Sheridan, who is here, my colleagues, Dean Zafar Malik, Mr. Taseeb Raja, Ms. Barbara Abrahano, Mr. Rashid Jahangir, and those who are here. And then there are scores of my colleagues who are not here, and thousands of alumni and graduates and students of the university who are in Chicago and around the world. And I thank you greatly. It's a great honor for the university. Thanks very much.
The talent continues to flow. Speaking of artists, we actually have an actual Oscar nominee from 2014 in our midst. His film, The Letter to Terrorists, made it to the Oscars. From Atlanta, Georgia, FBTV producer and filmmaker Prithvam Shanmugam is an avid filmmaker, photographer, and social media honcho. Let's give him a round of applause as he comes.
I know everybody's hungry and I have to finish my speech as quick as possible. Good evening. It is great to be back in Chicago with a living legend, our Congressman Danny K. Davis. Sir, you are the inspiration to all of us, even in the Peach State, my state, Georgia too. I'm here to introduce the Corporate of the Year, Millennium Bank, Des Plaines, Illinois. In the future, the question will not be, are people credit worthy, but rather, are banks people worthy? This is from Global Outlet Yunus. Millennium Bank, a $110 million community banking institution located in Les Plaines, Illinois, which is founded and owned by ethnic minority businessman Moti Agarwal. Moti Agarwal founded Millennium Bank in 2017 in order to offer ethnic minority-owned business grow capital and creative lending solutions and become one of the largest small business association, SBA, lenders in the Midwest. Moti Agarwal has brought a rich experience as the president of Avani Trading Company, a wholesale distributor of gold, diamond jewelry across the United States. His community leadership strengthening U.S.-Indo relations from 2000 to 2004, and is associated with Hanuman Temple in the Greater Chicago Millennium Bank, a front-runner among community bank institution in the United States of America. I now present Mr. Moti Agarwal, Chief Executive Officer of Millennium Bank.
The beauty of the Oscars is often in its artistry.
Thank you very much, Congressman Danny Davis, Vijay Prabhakar, Dr. Vijay Prabhakar, and Kishore, inviting me to get this award. I am really honored to have this award. Thank you very much. This Millennium Bank is a community bank, and we like to help all our community, ethnic community. Anybody needs any help, loans, we will love to help you. Again, it's a community bank, and we are here to help our community. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And as we continue to flow, it really is relationships that make synergy and community work. Here to share how the synergy of relationships impact our community, please welcome the MEATF Princess, Shirley Kalvakuta, and the Prince of Happiness, Clarence Beals, President of Jordan's Dream.
Thank you so much. That was a wonderful, wonderful introduction. All right, I have here the next one. Next awardee is the Couple of the Year. Frenzy Bodin, Griffin and Gerard Griffin are a renowned couple that together has formed a powerful and dynamic duo in the art and interior design and industry. Frenzy is an accredited interior designer, architectural designer, and a licensed general contractor. She has created award-winning design projects for her clients all over the world. Her work can be found in Paris, St. Kitts, St. Thomas, and St. Croix, Florida, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, and Chicago. Gerald exhibited at the Studio Museum in New York, the Soho Gallery District, the National Black Fine Art Show in New York, the Columbus Museum of Art, and the Art Institute of Chicago, and a host of other renowned institutes. They manage a successful and beautiful art gallery on southwest side of Chicago. This couple has given meaning to what it takes to be successful business partnering while maintaining a blissful marriage. Here we have Couple of the Year, Gerard Moore and Frenzy Bourmont. Give it up for them.
Just like to say thank you to the Congressman Danny Davis and also to the thank you.
There are people that challenge people that challenge countries, people that challenge nations. From One Change Nations, the president, Dr. Clyde Rivers from California. He is the chancellor of the Latin Theological University and ambassador of the Republic of Burundi. Welcome, Dr. Clyde Rivers.
And the Man of the Year Award, Pastor Steve Munsey. He's a senior pastor of Family Christian Center in Munster, Indiana. Family Christian Center is one of the most recognized multi-churches in the United States. Outreach magazine named it the 19th largest multicultural church in the U.S. with more than 20,000 members and approximately 16,700 in attendance any given week. But Pastor Munsey is an author of 8 books, a speaker in international and national television, as well as many appearances around the world with his television program, Yes You Can. Steve Munsey.
Thank you, Dr. Solo, Dr. VJ, and Congressman, you must be happy that your district has got all of these cultures coming together. It's a little bit of heaven tonight. Thank you very much.
Of course, in today's world, we are faced with challenges: love, peace, and war. Our next presenter, Captain Arun Chakraborty, is a hero of the Kargil War. He lost his legs at 22,000 feet above sea level in freezing temperatures. He was unconscious for 6 straight months, but he's here tonight to present. Sir, we salute you and welcome you. Let's give him a welcome.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I think my introduction not yet complete. I was a Cobra commander of Indian Army. Reached victory out of 15 hilltops, 10 hilltops my regiment conquered. I myself taken 63 heads of the officers and soldiers of my enemy. Anyway, I welcome Mr. Swan P. Joshi, who has contributed so much over to the Indo-American community throughout his career. He has committed his life to assisting others and unifying communities throughout the Chicagoland area. He is currently the chairman of the National Federation of Indo-American Association, and he is the president and CEO of Modern Accounting and Insurance. Modern Accounting and Insurance has been in business for more than 3 years. He is popularly known as the Mayor of Devon. He is an active member of various organizations, including a lifetime member of Gita Ashram of Chicago. He is a lifetime member of VHP and OFDAGP. He is the president of the Association of Jodhpur in America. In addition, he ran for governor in 2002, though lost. Please join me in honoring Mr. Swan P. Joshi in receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award of the Year.
Thank you. Lord, thank you. First, we have to say thank you, Lord. God, Lord Krishna, is amongst everyone. Then I thank to Congressman Danny Davis and the task force. Special thanks to Dr. Vijay Prabhakar, well knowledgeable person to make a change, to make the ethnic community, all the cities are here, all because of Dr. Vijay Prabhakar and Kishore Mehta. I will give thanks to Danny Davis because of you, whole group of all coming and here. Look at these people with love, and we are just for you, my whole family here. Thank you.
Certainly we continue on, and we're excited to have Mr. Gerard Moore, one of the young Turks of Chicago and one of the proteges of our own Congressman Danny Davis. He's the Deputy District Director of Chicago office and is someone to watch out for in the near future, representing the next generation of leadership in our community, and his charming wife, Hadiya, as well as their children, Shamia and Selah.
Thank you. I have an honor to introduce the Family of the Year. Chris and Sheila Kennedy and family is one of the most recognized families, is a part of one of the most recognized families in the world. Chris and Sheila have 4 children, Kate, Chris Jr., Sarah, and Claire, who are very active in social issues. In 2012, Chris and Sheila founded Top Box Food, an anti-hunger, not-for-profit social business combating food insecurities throughout the county. In 2017, Chris began his journey in his bid for governor. He was strongly supported by his wife and children, traveling all across the state of Illinois, campaigning for the future of our next generation. Chris is most proud of his family for their support and commitment in making Illinois a better place for all. He's most proud of his children on how they dedicated their lives to the betterment of others. His children, Kate, is a graduate of Brown University, and she is currently enrolled in the LD MBA program at Northwestern University. Chris Jr. is a graduate of Middlebury College and is currently working for his financial firm, Solid Capital. Sarah is a graduate of Boston College, and she teach preschool in Inglewood while working on her master's degree in childhood education at Erickson Institute. Claire is enrolled in Harvard University. Please join me in honoring Chris Kennedy and his lovely family at this year's annual gala. Thank you.
Okay, we want to thank our God for allowing the Kennedy family to immigrate to the United States to be a part of America. And we want to thank Congressman Danny Davis for preserving those values and the spirit and continue to welcome people from all over the world to the United States. Thank you everyone.
Serving as the state representative for the 10th District of Illinois, she is in the process of running for the city treasurer of Chicago. She enjoys the support of the Honorable Congressman Davis. Please welcome Melissa to the stage.
Good evening, thank you. Such an honor to be here this evening with Congressman Danny Davis and the Multi-Ethnic Advisory Task Force. Again, I am Melissa Conyers Urban, and I am here to present the Woman of the Year Award to Dr. Gladys Logan Florenzo. She's a renowned woman who is committed to the development of businesses and communities throughout the world. She trains, coaches, and provides resources for local businesses, which has given birth to 30 startup businesses. She is an entrepreneur, business leader, community leader, and organizer. She is currently the CEO of the USA Africa Chamber of Commerce, President of Global Healthcare Services, and a real estate broker. Due to her strong community and business achievements, she was awarded Businesswoman of the Year by President George Bush in 2005. Other awards includes the Statements Award by I Change Nations, LLVE International Award, Love, Truth, Peace Award, Youth Add Value Award, and the Golden Rule Ambassador Award. Please join me in honoring Dr. Gladys Logan Florenzo as Woman of the Year.
Tremendous. Thank you so kindly. We welcome to the stage now Ms. Tasneen Abuzar, the editor. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
You're no, please. We're glad you're here.
Have a voice.
We're glad.
I will first of all say Ayo, which means joy in my language Yoruba. And I will also say victory, which means Shegun in my language. And thirdly, I will say Oluwa Seun, thank you God. I stand here representing many women all over the world, especially the African women. Women who do not have voice. Women who are striving to make it. I'm very, very grateful to all those who stand and who has paved the way for me to be the Woman of the Year this year. I really thank my father. I call him Babami. I call him Daddy. I call him our father. Thank you so much, sir. And I thank, my mother in the Lord, who happens to be here. She flew in from Toronto this morning to support me. I'm so grateful. The chairperson, Mountain of Fire Miracles Ministry Worldwide. I'm so grateful, ma'am. Thank you so much. And I thank all women that are here, working so hard to help their children strive and achieve a lot in the world. I'm so grateful. Keep on the work you are doing. But remember one thing, you have to be humble. Humility will take you to places, will open doors that cannot be opened. I thank you, and I am very grateful. Dr. Sowa, thank you. You've been an example that I'm looking up to. Mrs. Michelle, I'm so grateful. And all other women that are here, thank you. God bless you all. Ayo, Oluwa Seun, Oluwa Segun, Oluwa Modupe. Thank you.
Miss Gladys, that was phenomenal, and we do honor you. Thank you so very kindly, Miss Gladys. That was tremendous. And now, as I shared, we are welcoming Ms. Tasneem Abuzar, the editor of Higher Magazine, the largest magazine in the Midwest. Welcome, Ms. Tasneem. Thank you.
Can everyone hear me? I want to present this award to Dr. Barrow from Panama City. For the past 25 years, she has been forefront and numerous international business organization and governor. Oh, am I too high? Addressing economy, political, and social challenges in the Caribbean, Africa, and America. She spread her messages and personal professional leadership, developing to the local international venues. She has flourished in her eyes of economy and social justice for serving the great nation and community. She has received numerous awards for her leadership and service, and one of the awards she's getting tonight is the International Woman of the Year. So joining us, or joining me as well, Dr. Barrow.
Thank you. My name is Melida Harris Barrow, Minister of Tourism for the African diaspora. It is time now for us to unite. It is time for us to work together. It is time now for us to succeed in the many things that we're after. My job is to continue to reconnect Africa with the diaspora. But not only with the diaspora, but with the world. I want to thank you, Danny K. Davis, for this award. But also, I want to send a message out para mi gente en Venezuela, para mi gente en Puerto Rico, para mi gente en Panamá, Colombia, Buenaventura, Cali. The Latin American countries are now coming together with the world, with the Caribbean, and with Africa. The time is now. India and the world, it is time for us now to work together. And that's the way it should be. No more anything about color and religion. It's about humanity. It's about us. And it was a pleasure to be here, doctors. And I am honored, and I want to thank my husband, Felipe Barrow, my children, for giving me and inspiring me in what I'm doing today, and my brothers. Thank you very much.
Alderman Jason Irvin, who serves as the 28th Ward Alderman in the city of Chicago, including North Lawndale, East and West Garfield, and parts of Pilsen. He is a great supporter of our efforts, and we look forward to great things from him in the 28th Ward. Welcome, Alderman Jason Irvin.
Thank you much. I join you this evening to present the International Man of the Year Award. Mr. Martino Wim Tankar is a distinguished international engineer and community activist that represents the Indonesian community. He has consistently advocated for the rights and the advancement of the Indonesian community. He is an expert in the subjects of entrepreneurship, innovation, creative thinking, creativity. He is a member of the Illinois Institute of Technology's Department of Civil, Architectural, and Environmental Engineering. He is also the chairman of the Asian American Festival. Please join me in honoring Mr. Martino Wim Tankar as the International Man of the Year.
Thank you so much, Alderman Jason Erwin, for your kind introduction. And most of all, I would like to thank God, the most merciful, the most compassionate. I also very humbled to receive this award from the Honorable Congressman Danny K. Davis. It's a truly honor and privilege. I also would like to congratulate Chairman Kishore Mehta and Dr. Vijay Prabhakar and Dr. Sinomia Swali for this wonderful event, and also for all of the multi-ethnic advisory task force of the 7th Congressional District. It's truly our sincere appreciation. I also would like to thanks to Indonesian Consul General Rosmalawati Khalid, Mr. Fajar Yusuf, and also for all of the Indonesian leaders. And finally, I would like to thanks to my family, especially my lovely wife, Kartika Wijanta. And right now maybe she's watching me in the streaming video. And also yesterday was our 8th wedding anniversary. And today we love to have all of you here. Thank you so much. God bless America. God bless all of you. Thank you.
Truly, these Oscars are about empowering people. And Dr. Gwen Appleberry empowers Inglewood. She's TV host empowering the Inglewood community. Please welcome Dr. Gwen Appleberry.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Professor Zing Wu Wang is a faculty member of Harry S. Truman College, one of the city colleges of Chicago. Professor Wang came to the United States as a foreign student in 1998 to pursue higher academic degrees. He has a PhD in biological sciences from Sam Houston State University and the University of Illinois at Chicago. He got his citizenship in 1999, and he is deeply involved in social services for the Chinese community of the greater Chicagoland area. He is one of the founders of the Chinese American Association, which was established in Greater Chicago in 1998, which is the biggest organization in the Chicago Chinese community. It has more than 130 local Chinese organizations, and it has more than 500 individual members. In addition, Dr. Wang has worked as a violin teacher for many years, training many students for the world-class youth orchestra organization, the Chicago Youth Symphony Orchestras. Please join me in honoring Professor Zing Wu Wang for the Danny K. Davis Peace Award of the Year.
I'm so happy to be here. I like the atmosphere of this room. So diverse, so friendly, and so peaceful. I would like to give my heartfelt thanks to this great hero, our beloved Congressman. It's my great honor to receive this award. Physically, I'm the person who receives this award. But spiritually, it is all Chinese Americans who receive this prize. I think surely it will encourage me to work harder for peace, for friendship between the United States of America and the People's Republic of China. Thank you very much. 欢迎你们大家 I love you all.
And now, of course, it is our distinct honor and privilege to hear from the visionary of this great Annual Congressional Awards Gala. Please let's give a great big round of applause to our truly beloved Congressman Danny Davis.
Well, thank you very much. Let me just thank all of those who have been engaged and involved in putting this evening together. I was thinking of one of my favorite sayings, and it simply says that life is but a minute, just 60 seconds in it, forced upon us. We didn't seek it, and we didn't choose it. But each one of us can determine how we use it. Just a tiny minute, but eternity is in it. I'd like to ask if you would join me in another moment of silence for our sisters and brothers of the Jewish community who were assassinated just a day or so ago. And for all of those who have experienced the mass killings that our country is becoming noted for, just a minute. Thank you. You know, I sought my soul, and my soul I could not see. I sought my God, and he eluded me. But then I sought my brother and my sister, and found all three. How good and pleasant it is for brothers and sisters, men and women, to join together in unity and of one accord. I apologize for us keeping you so long, but we only do this once a year. And I can tell you that we have some of the most talented, some of the most creative individuals who thought all of this up. Our chair, Mr. Keisha Metcalf, Dr. VJ, all of the committee. You know, it looks just like an evening, but it's really much more than that. And then my heart is warm. I'd like to ask my wife of 49 years, Vera Davis, if she would stand. Many of these countries we have visited together. We've been in Bulgaria. We've been in Warsaw, saw its destruction. We've been in Berlin and saw its rebuilding. We've been in Japan to evaluate the impact of the tsunami. We've been in South Africa, East Africa, West Africa. As a matter of fact, we've been all over the world. And everywhere that we've gone, people are looking for essentially the the same thing. They're looking for the opportunity to be themselves. We have not been to the largest democracy in the world yet, India, but I certainly look forward to going. I want to thank again. I'm delighted that the Kennedy family, that the family of Chris Kennedy came and spent the evening with us. I'm delighted that Dr. Walsey Khan, the creative founder of an accredited university, that I've had the good fortune to serve as a member of its board of trustees, thought up by Dr. Khan, and has been in operation for more than 35 years. Thank you all. I want to thank Alderman Jason Earl.
Presenters, Executive Council, and MCs, please.